Good morning and welcome to Turn It Up a Notch Tuesday. And just this last week, I had somebody come to me and say, I watch all your Turn It Up a Notch Tuesdays. And I'm wondering here near the end of the year if you can do kind of a summary of some of your best motivational thoughts on sales. Because I'm in sales and often I have up days and down days. And it'd be kind of cool just to have a summary one that I can listen to often when I get down. And so here's a couple of my better thoughts that I think of when I just need a little self-motivation. So here's one that I think of often is contacts is such a big deal in sales. And we always talk about activity breeds results. And that if you were to make one contact, if you're in sales, every 30 minutes of every working day, assuming you work, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, that means that you would make 3,800 contacts in a year, letting people know what you do. Now just take that for what it's worth and kind of equate it to your business. What would that mean to you if you made 3,800 contacts a year, letting people know what you do? Some would, some won't. So what? We say SW, SW, SWN. Some will, some won't. So what next? Next, if you can't be a company's or a person's number one vendor, position yourself to be their number two choice, because at some point, number one's going to mess up. Number one's going to maybe retire. Number one's going to make a mistake. And then you're going to be in that second position. So always put yourself, let them know that you're there. If there's ever an opportunity to get a small chance to do something, you want to be that second choice. Number three, act excited and you'll become excited. Sometimes you're not up and excited every single day to be the way you want to be, but you start acting excited. You start walking 10% faster. You start eating a banana sideways. You have a smile so big and you'll start to become excited. And people want to do business with people that are excited. Another one that I always think about is set high goals. Don't be afraid to fail. See, if you set a high goal and you shoot past the goal, you know what? You may never hit the goal, but you set such a high goal up there. Even if you fall short, you're going to be at a level that quite often is a level that you'll be pretty happy with. I often talk about preparation, and preparation is so big. There's two levels I talk about of emotions that most people experience. They experience the level of fear or extreme fear, or confidence and extreme confidence. And we talk about the sexy buffalo often on Turn It Up a Notch Tuesdays. And confidence is sexy and fear is unattractive. And I think about these people that were the most powerful actors and actresses, the old timers, the Lucille Balls, the George Burns, the ones that would practice hours before they ever got to the set. The athletes like Barry Bonds that never really had days off. I've talked about this often in the off season before the season started. And I think about salespeople, do the real good ones role play, role play and practice, where the ones that are average just get out there. And do you practice like an athlete practices? That's what real good people do. They PDR, practice, drill, and rehearse. I've often said that 15 minutes a day should be spent on motivation, and 15 minutes a day should be spent on practicing the technique. The last thing I want to share with you is that we have 525,600 minutes in a year. And what do you do with those minutes? What do you do with those minutes? Every day you have a choice of sleeping in, you can tune in, you can cave in, or you can really dig in and make a choice to what you want to do in your life. With 2 weeks left, last week I talked about finishing strong. And are you going to let these last couple weeks of 2017 be weeks where you kind of stumble in? Or are you going to let these last couple of weeks be weeks where I want to win? I absolutely want to win. I want to have the best 2 weeks of the year be these last 2 weeks of the year. So those are just some powerful motivational thoughts on sales, or they could be things they can be thoughts on any parts of your life. So go out and have a rockin' week. Remember to turn it up a notch, and I'll talk to you guys again next Tuesday. Ciao.